connectivity problems this morning, but that's okay. We'll upload it for your convenience later this afternoon. Thank you, Lord, that you have given us a that are listed in the Bible. Wow. And all the gazillion things that are not listed in the Bible. So we thank you, Lord, that you are with us continually, that you're...
I'm doing good. Good to see you. Getting nice to see you. Getting a little bit better? Yeah. Good. Good morning.
Let me make sure I can get my spelling correct. Some Hispanic family. I love my Hispanic family. They feel like my own real brothers and sisters. In fact, I like some of them even better, like some of my family. But, you know, they're not really my brothers. As much as I'd like them to be, they're not family. And yet, let's get together to go to church. Oh, what do? I mean, every opportunity we get together and we party down.
Oh my.
And we love on one another, especially from the church world. They miss this part of us. And we have times that our families just take top priority. Does that mean we'll skip a Sabbath service to go to a family thingy? Not necessarily. We put God first. That's the nature of our Jewish community, especially a Messianic Jewish community. And so, yeah, we'll go to Billy Bob's birthday party too. We come together to watch this young man grow into adulthood, to become an adult in our community with his own heart tied to Yahweh. And that's what we're all praying for and hoping for. So that's the nature of the Messianic Edah. We're looking forward to that union with the Messiah, to a heart connection. And you love them passionately. You want them to be included in a powerful work of Almighty Yahweh. That's what our attitude and heart should be. And if they get mad at us for inviting them, that's their problem, not yours. You can just smile and say, I understand. I don't really, but I understand. Some of you got that a lot deeper than I intended for you to.
Oh, yes. Yes.
We've got so much of hope and faith. I call us all brothers with a different father. When you're with...
Where the anointing...
Now, when the Bible doesn't tell you what house they're in,
We have a new family.
then in the verse 13 it says, in that same day Yeshua went out of the house. Might as well have said his house. Because every other time when he's in somebody else's house, he says Mary's house or John's house or Peter's house. Yeah. But here he went out of the house. Well, everybody knows what the house is. It's his house.
Yeah.
So he went out of the house and sat down by the lake. And such a large crowd gathered around him that he got into a boat and sat there while the crowd stood on the shore, and he told them many things. But we have patience problems. And to begin to convey to Larry Spears is very important assemblage, specifically a concourse or generally a family or crowd. They call it assembly, company, congregation, mood, people, swarm. I've seen parties that were, you know, when I married my wife, she said, I have a little bitty family. And I said, oh, yeah? And so I'm just expecting just a few people. I got a little bitty family. I have one brother and his wife and 2 children, and that's the sum total of all of my relatives. A small family? Yeah.
Yep.
And then they even say, if you can't bring anything, you still come.
Yeah. We got it all covered anyway.
Yeah.
Just come on.
Just come on.
I said, well, I don't want to surprise anybody. No, they're expecting you. Your whole nation is turning away from family. The whole nation is. I don't know what they're doing for relationships. I think that's the problem, because some of them get dropped out of the circle, and then they start feeling depressed and feeling not like they're not worth anything or valuable to them. That's not good. Very, very, very. I had 300 or 400 people at my wedding. Yeah. So we need to be like that. We need to be family. We need to care about each other. Everybody wants to care about somebody, especially in a funeral. Oh, my Lord. They come and they bring food. They don't come empty-handed. They don't come to just leech off the community. They come to support the community. And it's just amazing to watch a big family love on it. And that's what we have. So that I wanted to give you this morning.
It's a strong subject. Yes.
What, contribute or something to show them that you, and eggs from her. And one day we came over there and she had this huge egg. And she says, I'd like to give this to you. Yeah. And I said, okay, what is it? It's a goose egg. I said, wow, I've never seen a goose egg. They're that big? Yeah, I've seen them even bigger. And so she gave it to us. And at that time, it just didn't work out for us to be. One thing about a goose egg, it drops on the floor, it's more than likely going to break the floor, not the egg.
Oh, my.
So, and also, you know, I'm having birthday celebrations, but I don't want to focus on the birthday. I want to focus on the Lord, and that's what we got that's different. So we can talk about all kinds of things related to the Lord in our celebrations. Paul said, if you celebrate a one day above another, like a birthday, then do it unto the Lord. And if you don't celebrate these days, do it unto the Lord. Discouraging it either. Are you following me? And we just need to keep our priorities. Exactly. What if?
Go get dressed up next week.
What if we get us a nice long season? They know it. Yeah. I've talked to a lot of people, and almost everyone realize that that's the wrong season. Following after it. Apologies and hat in hand. I'm sorry, you were right. I looked the story up in the context, and you are absolutely correct. And it just blew his mind, because he, in all his years of seminary, he he was never taught that. Never taught that. So, along with their doctrinal theology. That's what they're teaching. And they're missing a lot of the Bible because of it on their faith.
It's happening.
To be a light to those in darkness.
To be a light in the world.
Those in darkness.
And once the light turns on, it drives the darkness back. I mean, the darkness cannot stand in the presence of light.
Amen.
God. And I hope. And don't forget to invite them to some of the church. The Judaism, our original mother.
And so God is driving them, in different ways.
Exactly.
It's 11 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
So can you imagine that if they started to all come and be as part of being the Gentiles?
4,000 years ago he ran out.
Call on the name of the light, O Hallelujah.
We are probably a higher order community of family than anything else in the earth.
Mm-hmm.
And we need to be more proactive in making that happen, to
Yes.
become that family community of God
Yes.
that just loves one another.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what Yeshua said. He said, you will be known by how you love one
each
another.
Yeah.
And so that'll try to make happen. And I hope you can all participate in that, making that happen as well.
Yes.
So
from this family, Zion family, to you, we invite you to come and attend our upcoming Torah study.
Yep.
We're starting that, we're resuming that again here as much as possible. And then also look forward to Hanukkah.
Hanukkah another time, which is the correct way?
Both.
Both.
Hanukkah.
So it's okay if you say it either way, either Hanukkah or Hanukkah. It doesn't matter. Come and celebrate it with us before the day arrives.
Yes.
And
Absolutely.
it'll be a lot of fun to learn of how the light of Yeshua gets spread through the world.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. So, all right. This is just a picture of the menorah that was actually in the temple. The temple.
Actually, no, that's not.
No, the temple menorah had 7 branches.
That's right. But
Yes.
this one is just a musical instrument. It reminds us of the 8-string harp.
Yes.
And
Lyre,
like
the
that one
lyre.
right up there.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So this is just kind of like a Hanukkah that is reminding us of a musical instrument.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's the Temple Beth is there, and
Everything messianic.
the what? Now.
Christianity is put in
Mm-hmm.
A Judaica portion there.
Talits and other things that we want,
Yeah.
right? So if you go and
Not yet.
Baruch
Baruch
atah
Adonai,
Adonai
Eloheinu
Eloheinu
melech
melech haolam,
haolam,
asher kichanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu shmoah kol hashafarot.
Blessed are you, O Lord our God, King of the universe, who sanctified us by your commandments and commanded the sound of the shofars.
And your praises we sing, Lord. We delight in your Shabbat. We delight in your Shabbat.
Hallelujah!
Baruch Hashem.
Lift your voices and praise unto Him.
Hi Yahweh. Hi Yahweh. It's usually.
Your tambourine knocks out his mic.
Well, he just needs to adjust it. We're trying. Okay.
Oh, me.
Lord Anati,
Baruch haba Hashem Adonai. Every knee will bow to you, Lord Most High. Adonai, you alone are God.
everyone.
You are Lord over earth. You are Lord over all the earth. You are Lord over high. You alone are God. Every tongue will. the Lord. Is he not your shield and your sword? The victory belongs to the Lord. With God,
We'll gain the victory.
with God,
Scatter the enemy.
with God,
We'll gain the victory. With God we'll gain the victory.
with God,
We'll gain the victory.
with God,
Scatter the enemy.
with God,
We'll gain the victory. With God we'll gain the victory. I want to play the air guitar.
exalt his mighty ways.
All the world sing hallelujah.
Sing hallelujah. Oh, blessed be the King, to the Holy One we sing. Lord of hosts is your name. Oh, ever-living God, rule over us. And forever the sun all the angels and the saints sing praise. From the rising of the praise Adonai, singing praise Adonai. From the rising of the sun.
I believe it was early Paul Wilbur.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll have to look for it.
The morning, at noon, and at night, for you have shown mercy to me. So I will dance. You have shown mercy to me. My heart will sing. You have shown mercy to me. Fill me with joy. You have shown mercy to me. You have shown mercy to me. My morning.
Knowing good and evil, he told her the truth.
Mattityahu, please. Mr. Cordova? Tovu halecha Yaakov, mishkenoteka yel, va'ani marov chasdecha, avo betecha, eshtachave elecho hashdecha, ba'yiratecha. Adonai ahavti me'om beitecha umkom shkan kavodecha va'ani eshtachave v'yekra
תפילתי אפלה, אוסף אלה.
יהי כמוך ואלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה. Who is like you, O Lord, among the gods? Who is like you, glorified in holiness? You are awesome in ways, working wonders, O Lord. Who is like you, O Lord? Hallelujah. Menu, please. Let's see.
Reader's Cottage.
Reader's Cottage, yeah.
Left.
That's good, thanks. Yitkada v'yitkada shemei Rabba.
Amen.
Uvyomechon uvchayedekayel la uvizman kari shmei Rabba ma'vevorach. Leolam u'omei yitbarach, yitrit roman v'yinaseh, v'yithana v'yit'alela, shemeri kudesha
Breaker.
Lelam min kol birkata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, ta'amin rabbi ama v'yimaru. Amen.
Oh, say shalom b'romav, say shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, imru, amen. Ya'aseh shalom, Ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, Ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, Ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, Ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael. Vimaru. Amen. Magnified and sanctified be the name of God throughout the world which He has created according to His will. May He establish His kingdom during the days of your life and of all the house of Israel speedily, yes, soon, and say Amen. May His name be blessed forever and ever. Blessed and purified and exalted and extolled and honored and magnified and lauded be the name of the Holy One. Blessed be He whose glory transcends, yes, is beyond all blessings and hymns and praises and consolations that men can offer unto Him, and say Amen. May He who establishes peace in the heavens grant peace to us and to all of Israel, and say Amen. It is now time for our Torah service. Can you help him with the Torah scroll?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do I do?
Please practice the begin.
Okay. After she starts the Shema again, will you
Unveil it.
begin unveiling it and get it ready to put on the table?
Vayihi ben Soharon,
Vayomer Moshe, Kuma Adonai, Vayafutsu Orecha, Vayanusu Misanecha Mipanecha, Ki Mitzion Tetzeh Torah, Ki Mitzion Tetzeh Torah, Udevar Adonai, MiYerushalayim. Baruch Shenatan Torah, Baruch Shemeinu Adonai Mo. Adonai Hagedola Ve'Chavrura Ve'Hatol Lahadon Raglav Kasel Alafim Nose Avo
Vefasha.
There it is.
You may go ahead, Gloria.
Baruch
Baruch Adonai Havorach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bekarvanu nu mikol amim, natan lanu et Torato.
Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah. Amen.
Right. This week's Torah Parashat is found Elohim led Noach Shalom, and Noach gave birth to 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Japheth was the third of the sons. Tashichat and Haaretz was, can't remember that word right there, was completely before.
Rabbi, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's one way to put it.
Well, that's what it is. Makes us keep its Torah's figure.
Slim and trim.
Leave it alone. Keep her hands off. This week's Torah Parashat is entitled Noach. To say it correctly according to biblical background so we can go forward and run into this thing. This is where God is speaking. And he said, Vayomer, he, who means he in Hebrew. So anyway, so God took care of this problem and eradicated all of the evil flesh that was on the face of the planet. And then we go back down now and get to these are the family of Noach. Is a just man, a righteous man. Tamim, perfect. Implication, wrong, unjust gain. Ishchit. He's flushing the toilet, so to speak. Of course, the toilet has to fill up before you can flush it, so he had to fill it up first, and that's what he did. He flooded the earth. Well, that's what it says. It says, make for you tabat, and that means an ark or a boat of gopher wood. Now, kafar is like asphalt. Be for 3. Everybody thinks they got all these big animals. But you don't need huge animals to bring the kinds across with you and all that. And so it just makes a lot more sense that they would not be full-size animals coming on the boat. And the height was 30 cubits, which was, and then it says, behold, do bring a flood of waters upon the earth, and to destroy all the flesh therein, the spirit, ruach, of Chaim, so that everyone that has the spirit of life in them are going to be destroyed. And from under everyone under the heavens is in the earth shall die. And in verse 18, he says, I will establish my covenant with you, and you shall, unto the ark, you thing of all flesh, 2 of every kind or every sort, you shall bring into the ark, and keep them alive with you. And they shall be, male and female, they shall be. And I'm going to go ahead and open up the complete Bible here, and we'll continue reading. And if we need to, 150 days And God remembered Noah, window of the ark, which he had built, and he sent out a raven, and it flew back and forth until the water from the earth. Then he sent out a dove to see if the water had gone from the surface of the ground. But the dove found no place for the cough, the sole of her feet, to her into him in the ark. He waited another 7 days, and again out from the ark. The dove came back to him in the evening, and there in her mouth was a plucked olive leaf. So Noah knew it had cleared from the earth. He waited another 7 days and sent out the dove, and she didn't return to him anymore. First day of the first month of the 601st year, the water moved the covering of the ark and looked, and yes, the surface of the ground was dry. It was on the 27th day of the second month that the earth was dry. God said to Noah, go out from the earth, you and your wife and your sons' wives with you. Bring out the every living thing you have with you, the bird of the earth, and be fruitful and multiply in the earth. So Noah went out with his sons, his wives, and his sons' wives. And every animal, every creeping thing, whatever moves on the earth, according to their families, went out of the ark. So that